PHNX Coyotes podcast, brought to you by the one and only DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook. Download today using code PHNX. Bet just $5 on any NFL team to win their game, and if they do, you win $200 in free bets. Welcome in, everyone. We are so sorry for the delay. We were having some technical issues, but we are up and running. I can't even take us seriously.
Some internet issues here at the studio, and we thought Craig was going to dress up, but clearly he did not.
Yeah, no, he didn't get the memo.
Hey, I'm not wearing my wig today.
Oh my
That's a tough
gosh.
flight on the way
This
home.
is the mask I'm going to wear to greet all children at the door tonight.
Oh my god. Craig's going to a haunted house tonight.
I am.
That's crazy. Anyway, I'm all thrown off because we had our issues, but
Whew, that's hot.
we had a comeback in the end, just like the Hurricanes did against the Coyotes.
Oh.
This game felt like deja vu to me. It was literally the Capitals game
All over
all
again.
over
And
again.
again, it's
I
all
gotta take this
veggie
mask back.
again. It's
Yeah.
goaltending that
Too
keeps them in it. And we've said it from preseason and right up until through the end of October. If this team is going to win a hockey game, it's going to be on the back of their goaltender. And today, for moments today, it looked like that was going to be the day. Like Veggie kept them in it. He made unbelievable saves. I thought they defended well on rebounds and the second opportunities. But this is all Veggie again, right?
Yeah.
37 saves. Yeah. I mean, we saw there were a bunch of great A's in this game. There were points in this game where Carolina was just all over them with pressure. He was terrific. And again, we keep talking about it, but what a story he's been, just kind of out of nowhere. I know we played in the Czech Extra Liga, but to come over and have this kind of success early on in the NHL, and he's having his best performances, by the way, on the road in some tough buildings. So
Yeah.
And it's, earlier in the season when the Coyotes were having all those kind of blowout losses, we were saying all you want is a goaltender who can try and keep you in the game, like make that extra save for you so you have a chance to win. And that's what he gave them, a chance to win today. So it just comes down to a lack of offensive production by the Coyotes.
The same thing that happened to him in Washington. You cannot take 5-6 penalties a game and expect to win,
Yeah.
especially when your team is at the bottom of the penalty kill standings in the league. You can't, that one last penalty, maybe they creep through and make it 1-1 and we get to overtime or a shootout.
right.
Do I think that
That's where the
Jacob
points are coming
Chikrin,
from right now.
do I think that's egregious at that time of the game, that push on the back? Probably not egregious, but they're cracking down on
Mhm.
cross-checking. Just don't even go through the motion.
I
You
tend to
go
agree.
one
It's a
hand
star
on your
player.
Yes.
It's that situation. Yeah. You got to be careful there.
Just drop the stick, use your hand to guide the player and keep them in front of you. Again, 2 games in a row, a late penalty on a tie game
It's literally
creates this.
literally the exact same formula as the last game.
And Veggie deserves better. He really does.
Yeah, and somebody had said that in the comments that he deserved better.
Well, so now we're looking at 0 for October, guys. They did not win a game in the month of October. Listen, they started a week earlier in the NHL season this year. So that 2017-18 season that we've talked about where they took 11 games, they went 11 games without a win before they finally got a win in Philly. That was still in October. They went the entire month this time without a win. And
I felt it today.
Yeah.
We talked about it early about the top offense versus the worst defense. And you go, somehow I just felt like, honestly, this could be the day on Halloween matinee. And Veggie did his job. It's just unfortunate.
And after that first period, you felt that there was a lot of things going the Coyotes' way. They had luck in terms of the post coming in clutch for them. They had a lot of good looks, a lot of pucks missing the net by Carolina. So there was something in the air that you thought, okay, if the Coyotes are going to get a win anytime soon, it's going to be because they defend well and have good goaltending. And on the flip, there's going to have to be luck that goes their way, basically, because this isn't an offensive juggernaut team that's going to put you in a position to score a lot of goals.
they got good efforts from some of their forwards. Again, Christian Fischer had a good game today. He's been all hustle this season. I think I tweeted this. I think he's been one of their best 3 forwards this season, along with Lawson Krause and Clayton Keller. I thought he made an impact on this game. I thought Krause did as well. But they're just I don't want to call them passengers. I know that's the term that gets used, but they're not getting contributions from some of those other guys. They need more offense from other guys if they're going to break through and get that first win.
Yeah, when you rewatch that goal from tonight, too, you look at 2 things. You look at Krause pushing off and fighting through 2 Carolina defenders. and making a massive, strong, hard on the puck play. And Christian Fischer, that's a hell of a move. You watch that in slow motion where he slides it underneath the defender's stick and the goaltender's stick and taps it when it gets through the other side. That's a fantastic goal. And let's be honest, Christian Fischer has not been amazing around the net front with touch plays with his stick over the last few seasons. That's not his strong point. He's not going to score those finesse goals. He's going to score dirty, hard-working goals. That's a finesse goal. That's a goal-score goal. So great job by Christian Fischer, and he just never stops working.
That's one of the things that actually Rick Tocchet talked about. He wanted to see more from Fish. You know, it's one thing to be a good wall guy, right? Win your battles, maintain possession, but you got to be able to do something with it. You got to be able to make plays. Well, the two of them on that one made one heck of a play. To be able to drive the net like that, you know, a hard net drive, you love to see that. Even if he doesn't get a goal, you know, maybe you create a rebound, you create all kinds of chaos in front of the net, and somebody else can clean up. So that was it was a terrific play.
For sure. I mean, and then another. My goodness, let me.
It's this mask, right? It's throwing you off.
Yeah, it's too many Halloween parties. What are you kidding?
Yeah, oh my God. First of all,
Sunday after
can we
Halloween
just talk
weekend.
about, you guys were roasting me all day because we showed up this morning and Petey brought
Sandwiches from McDonald's. Yep.
But McMuffins with no eggs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make it
Okay.
Aaron's favorite. Didn't know, but found out now.
And Craig brought munchkins from Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, I brought the carbs and sugar.
Yep.
And
Petey
I
brought protein. Some
brought
protein.
nothing.
Yeah, you brought nothing.
We're just glad you showed up. Like, honestly.
Honestly, that is
We're thankful.
it's the small victories.
Was that a big deal today?
It really
I
was.
think so.
Sunday morning at 10 o'clock.
Hey, I was here at 8 a.m. for the tailgate show. So
you win.
yeah, exactly.
So, Craig, what happens next? So, for October, you've got Philadelphia. They'll travel to Philly today, get there at a reasonable time, dinner in Philly, practice day tomorrow.
Can they win this game in Philly? Is this a win?
Philadelphia's playing really well too, but I mean, maybe if they play like this.
One of the things about Philly's coming off a long Western road trip. They just finished off in Calgary. They got across the border. It's a long trip. It'll be the first game coming back home. Sometimes you can catch a team after a long road trip on their first game back home. So maybe. And don't you think you have to go back to Veggie again? I mean, that has to. They're going to ride that
a couple days off.
train.
He's playing too well right now. You got to play him again.
I mean, he's playing unbelievable.
You know, you're looking at after that they get a few days. I know they have to come back home. They'll get home late night after the Philadelphia game. They don't have to play in Anaheim until Friday, but then they get Seattle on Saturday. So you're probably going to have to. Yeah, you're going to have to go two goalies.
Yeah,
in that
you see
weekend
somebody
series,
in that weekend, whether it's Prosvetov or Kojanesh or whatever.
Yeah.
They decide to do there, and I guess they have time to make a call up from Tucson when they're home for a day.
Mm-hmm.
But I would expect to see. Honestly, I won't even guess. Maybe you put.
Yeah, we've been wrong so many
Maybe
times.
have Vejmelka play the home game against Seattle. I don't know. I really don't know. Give him the day off in Anaheim. Let him play the home game against Seattle. I honestly, I don't know what they're going to do with their goaltending. But we've seen it now for the last two games. The key to this team getting their first win of the year is going to be goaltending, period.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of call-ups, that Hayton, Keller, Kraus line has had some good looks in the last couple of games too. Definitely noticeable. So it's just interesting to see how players are taking advantage of their opportunities. And Dyson Mayo had some big minutes tonight.
Yeah, Dyson Mayo played really well today. And you mentioned that top line. I'm really curious to see what they're going to do when Nick Schmaltz comes back into the lineup, because Barrett Hayton played between those guys during camp until he got hurt. Nick's been between them. You know, they might have a little bit of center depth when Nick Schmaltz comes back if he can find his game again. He was struggling a little bit before he went out of the lineup, but he's only day-to-day with that upper body injury. So they'll have some decisions to make. And one of the things that I wonder about, if they get Schmaltz and they end up keeping Hayton as well, do you try and get Christian Fischer higher in this lineup? I kind of feel like he's earned the opportunity with the way that he's played. He deserves to be in bigger minutes, playing in offensive situations more than he has.
You see a guy that's taking fourth line minutes, 10 minutes a game. That I mean, honestly, there is no production on the next two lines above him. Can he play somewhere else in the lineup? The only line I wouldn't break up is, like you mentioned, the Barrett Hayton's look good.
Yeah,
with Kraus and Keller. Honestly, that's been the best line for the last two games. Other than that, put the ping pong balls in the bingo ball machine and spit them out. I don't think it matters. I don't think there's anybody they have to keep together.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's earned the right to get any of the minutes right now. So mix it up. I mean, right now you've got to try something. Like you're 0 for October. You have to try something right now. and something to wake some guys up. Yeah, I think it's time
Find
to
some
jumble the
offense.
lines up.
You
need
need some
offense.
offense. Yeah.
I mean, there's just been no offensive production.
Phil Kessel had a chance to tap one in there right at the end. I thought if he has a stick on the ace, maybe Phil nets one. But
he also had a breakaway opportunity I think it was in the third as well.
And
But
I don't even think that ended up on net, right?
no,
was-
it did not.
Yeah.
So they need to find a way to find some offense on other places than the power play where they are getting some shots. But yeah, for me, it's mix it up. I think they are defending a little better. I hate to say it, but with the number of saves Vejmelka's making, but it's not that second and the third one. And even that one play where the puck was all around the net and they were scrumming and you didn't know where the puck was. At least there were Coyotes defending the net front and in the crease, which we haven't seen the last few games too. So like little bright spots, I guess, and it was a tight one against the top offensive team in the league, and they kept it tight until the very last couple of minutes.
For sure. And we went back and forth, but we had to agree. I mean, his performance is just so good. And we had, once again, for the second game in a row, Vejmelka is our DraftKings king of the game. There it is, 37 saves, .949 save percentage. I mean, he stood on his head in this game a lot of times. And like we've said again and again, he gave them an opportunity to win.
I know I mentioned this before, but you know, we talk so much about the resources that they pumped into their scouting staff and how they hope it bears fruit in this next draft and down the road. But, you know, you also look at a guy like Vejmelka. I mean, Teal Fowler just wandered into a game, saw him, basically radioed back, and everybody started watching him. This is another product of their scouting system. I mean, they took a flyer on this guy, and it like I wrote, you know, when he played that opener, played so well, or the second game in Buffalo. It wasn't like he was an unknown. He was drafted, I think it was in the fifth round, late in the fifth round by Nashville. But, you know, he didn't come over. He ended up staying over there, and he just kind of fell off the map again. And they found him, and early on, boy, does it look like an incredible find, because he's given them a chance to win 3 different games.
Yeah, and Timothy brings up a good point. Are we going to start working on the team to drop the milkmen?
Yeah, we need to start working on that.
Holy cow, it doesn't fit.
Veggies. This is a pro veggie podcast.
Pro veggie podcast.
Yeah, and listen, I keep bringing this up, but the GM and the coach call him veg too. So, yeah. So you got to stick with veg. Sorry.
But the Coyotes Twitter calls it the milkman.
And the other thing I see, Jared's talking about.
Jared, that's my cousin.
Jared's cousin talking about first win beards. Craig and I are already like, we're there.
Like, it's the weekend,
There's
buddy.
Nothing I can do.
I got home on a flight yesterday after 2 straight nights of no
Let's
sleep.
Go with
so
it. I'm in. I'll shave
here
my.
I am, all ragged looking.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know if I shave my beard. I'm not on the team. Like, I don't need to shave my beard on a win.
Aaron, how does the mask look pulled back? I can't even see it.
Honestly, can you tell though? His hair. Is that your real hair on this? Oh no.
Oh my!
Never know what's Craig.
Manscaped.
Manscaped. That's the tie-in.
That would have been a good tie-in.
To tie in for the
That's
beard.
beautiful.
No, thank you.
Trim the beards. You know what though? We talked about the frustration in the locker room. You've seen Krause and Fisher post-game interviews coming angry almost into these interviews. The last 2 games, they're in it and around it against really good teams on the road, late in a road trip. Is there at least a sense of some moral victory here?
Yes.
And does that matter?
No, it doesn't. As we know, this is not a league of moral victories, and they keep saying that as well. But at least you can see some progress in their game. Again, we have that giant qualifier that we keep applying to everything that we talk about this year. They're not trying to win. The players are trying to win, but
it's time for the
the organization.
Reminder?
Yeah, exactly.
Give us the rebuild reminder.
Oh.
Oh yeah, she has to do her voice.
There it is. Yes.
Oh, I don't think Craig's heard it yet. Ready?
Yeah.
Fire it up.
Rebuild reminder.
There it is. Oh yeah, you haven't.
And as we talked about the rebuild,
voice,
we sat here for a month prior to the first game, and we said it's going to be Arizona and Buffalo fighting it out for
not
the Shane
Buffalo
Wright.
anymore.
Buffalo right now has 11
They're
points.
scorching hot. It's the Blackhawks.
God,
like the Buffalo Sabres are pulling away in the Shane Wright sweepstakes.
Buffalo's second behind.
Pulling out of it, yeah.
Yeah, they're pulling away.
They're second behind Florida and
Yeah,
the Atlantic.
it's nuts.
They have a
Florida's
10-point lead.
By
on
the
the
way-
Coyotes
And
right
Detroit is third in the Atlantic. Like who?
Speaking about integrity of the game, if the Blackhawks, can you imagine a situation where the Blackhawks win the draft lottery? Can you imagine the reaction to that?
Oh my God!
Like you have to make sure that the lottery
Ping pong
process
balls are weighted.
I'm just saying,
Can you? I didn't even think
You might want to pull them out and
can I say a
just
media
give them,
word? Can I
yeah.
use a media word that I heard it from? You use it all the time, and I heard it from another media guy. The optics of that
Yes.
are bad.
beyond bad.
You
They're
like
brutal.
the optics are bad.
Brutal, right?
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
They can't
and
win the
right
draft
now,
lottery. They can't let that happen.
It
If
really
it happens,
is them.
you can say, well, it's just, we have to maintain the integrity of the process. Okay. If you're going to give the Blackhawks Shane Wright after this, whew,
Wow.
bad look. Can't happen.
So do the Coyotes dig out of this hole, Craig? Can they get out of this? I mean, we know where they're going to be coming in.
Define digging out.
Can they get a win? Can they get a win?
Yeah, they're going to get a win. We know they're going to win at some point in an 82-game season, right?
Right?
I mean, I look at
Right?
the games that are coming up. They've got Seattle, they've got Detroit, they've got Columbus.
At
Columbus boat raced them in that
The
first
one thing
game,
is,
but
there's all things in these games. Anaheim's a team I think they can beat.
yeah.
But again, you go against the NHL schedule makers, travel all the way across the country after this unbelievably difficult road trip.
Yep.
You're going to have a day off where they're not going to practice and skate, and then they're going to quick light skate and then fly. And now you're playing another road game, which really continues your road trip to another 2 days. That's not a great matchup for them, playing their first game on the Western time zone after this many on the East. Then Seattle, another team that I think, okay, they match up against Seattle. Well, now you're playing Seattle on a back-to-back. Seattle's here waiting for them. That's not another.
Seattle off the day before?
Yeah, they are.
Oof.
So it's another.
That's tough.
You start looking at these matchups and you go, the ones that you think are maybes, the schedule does them no favors. And it's funny because you looked at Andre Tourigny said, control what you can control. You can't control the schedule. But good grief, like they need to get a break.
Well, yeah. I mean, we've been saying this for years, though, right?
Yeah.
This is the Coyote schedule every year. They need to control the schedule a little bit better. I mean, quite frankly, they need someone to go in there and pound the table and say, this is unacceptable. We can't have situations
and now
like
with
this.
the move to the Central,
Yeah.
it just adds to the...
Yeah, I'll be weighing in on that next week when they go on that. I think it's the week after this when they go on that Central road trip.
Man.
I'll have another look at my realignment plan, realignment 3.0 coming next week.
Yeah.
But
at Bill Daly.
It just makes no sense.
Yeah.
The having them in the Central it just makes no sense. You hit it on the head. Smaller divisions with geographical rivalries.
there's
makes
even
sense.
a way to do it with 4 8-team divisions. You can do it that way too. There's a more logical way than the way they're doing it.
Yeah, but that logic isn't winning over here.
It's just effort.
So-
It's they won't even consider other plans. That's what drives me crazy. If you went through all the iterations and said, you know what, this doesn't work. Okay, but you're not even going to try and find the best solution. That to me is troublesome, because you should always try to be looking out for the interest of all of your teams.
Yeah.
So at least explore the options.
And I think
before
that
you
really
say,
comes
this is
that
what we're
comes from
doing.
ownership. Ownership's got to pound their hand on the table and say, "Wait a minute, enough is enough." That honestly, that's where all of the schedule. That's where it comes from.
Agreed.
The loudest voice in the room sometimes wins.
But if with the schedule, I completely agree. With the realignment, you need some allies, right?
For sure.
You need other GMs on board, or team presidents saying, you know what, you're right. You got to make your case to other teams that this is a ridiculous hardship on the Coyotes, and it is. I mean, look at. I've talked about this. I think it's 4 teams in their division that are a 3+ hour flight away. It makes no sense, and for a good chunk of the year, they're 2 time zones away as well. It's insane. It has such an impact on your performance.
Yeah, and the schedule has always been difficult for the teams that are there's for San Jose, Vancouver, and the Coyotes are 3 that suffer travel issues year after year. But to be in a division where none of the teams are in the same time zone makes absolutely no sense to me.
Yeah, well, speaking of things you can kind of control, but not really, betting on sports.
Wow. Talk about not really. I need to.
The puck.
Petey had a bad day.
The puck.
had a
Yeah,
bad
Petey had a
day.
bad day, a bad weekend. The puck line betters on this game were stressing.
Goal and a half. You needed a 2-goal win. You needed that empty netter.
And it did
Just
not
saying.
go well for the puck line betters on this game today. Bummer.
Against the top scoring team in the league.
Ruined.
Who knew?
Ruined your.
What's crazy about this game, right?
I'm not saying anything.
You
I'm
had
not
a
saying
parlay.
anything.
Somebody tweeted, I know you got to get into your read, but somebody tweeted that to me today, to your point. This is a 1-goal loss to Carolina and they score late. There are people like, could an AHL team beat the Coyotes? The answer is no, definitively.
Yeah.
Look at this situation today. Like you said, top scoring team in the league, team that hasn't won a game yet, and this thing went down to the wire. That's the NHL.
That's hockey.
There's
That's
so
hockey.
much parity
Yep.
in this league.
100% true. And that's why I've talked about this before. In football, if there's a 14-point spread, that team's going to win. It might not be 14. Like football, there's some consistency. Not always, clearly. We saw ASU yesterday. But in hockey, you honestly just don't know. Anybody literally can beat anybody in this league. It happens all the time. Like this is the best team offensively versus the worst team defensively. And it's a 1-goal game late. So you just don't know. It's hard. Yeah. Having said that, somebody that listens to our show, Gilbert Anthony, did you see his parlay? He had a 12-team parlay on Saturday. 12 games. College football, NBA, and the NHL hit 11.
Wow.
He lost in the Pittsburgh Penguin, New Jersey Devil game. He took the Pens on the money line. Can you imagine how frustrating that'd be? To get 11 out of 12.
But if he did hit that, his odds would.
Yeah, he was a plus 5,000 something. It was fantastic.
You can do multiple game
bets.
Yeah, and same game parlays.
Easy to do.
So super easy to do on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. And if you sign up now using the promo code PHNX and bet just $5 on any NFL team to win their game, and they do, you win $200 in free bets, and then you can do with that what you want. That's code PHNX on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. 21 and over, Arizona only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. New customers only. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details.
And if you bring it up, we talked about our DraftKings pick of the week.
Yes.
Was the Vikings -3 over the Cowboys tonight. That line is now changed to -2.5. So it's even better for Vikings fans. The field goal now wins it. So just saying. I'll be tuned in with my Viking horns probably in the driveway.
Are you going to wear your hazmat suit?
The hazmat suit, I was trying to clean up the Coyotes' mess.
I was waiting for that.
But it was actually better than I thought. And actually, I think it's incredibly hot in studio.
It's very hot in the studio.
Which is part of our internet issues.
I'm sure our hats aren't helping either.
We're not in this basement in Studio B. It's nice and cool. This is hot in this room.
Yep.
And having the hazmat suit is not helping.
Yeah.
No.
Is it time to clean up?
But we're going to rise above.
Oh, that was a good transition.
Time to clean up.
Are you going to that right now?
I'm
going to go to it right now. That this potentially could be the last one.
This could be the last one. So
we're still waiting to hear from our ad department. This could be it. No, don't buckle up. Set the bar low on our last one.
Petey's not going anywhere, to clarify.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we'll see. See what the management says.
Yeah. We'll listen to this read first.
If they listen to our show. Support for the PHNX Coyotes postgame show is brought to you by our friends at Manscaped, the leaders in male grooming. Go to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping using the code PHNX. Well, it's Halloween. It's time to carve pumpkins, but not your pumpkins. Use the right tools around your parts. Don't make your partner navigate a corn maze to their fun-sized treat. Clear the path with the Lawnmower 4.0. Get your popcorn balls clean and fresh with the Crop Revival Ball Toner. Make it easy for your partner to bob for your apple. Clean up your orchard with Manscaped. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code PHNF at manscaped.com. When your costume comes off and your partner rings your bell, make sure you don't give them any hairy tricks. Only a clean, smooth treat with Manscaped. Happy Halloween from your friends at manscaped.com.
I gotta leave my mask on. I'm hiding my face right now.
How are you going to say I'm setting the bar low and then do that? Petey, you had apples, you had corn, candy,
he had
pumpkins.
Tree. You threw tree in there.
No, it was a treat.
Oh, didn't you say tree too?
A treat. I don't think
treats.
I had any trees.
Okay.
Either way, orchards have trees.
To get your fun-sized treat.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, Leah. Segue out of this one.
From manscaped.com.
I want to hear this.
I got nothing. I'm just crying. Just literally crying.
Well, if that is in fact the last Manscaped read, Petey, you went out with a bang.
Thanks. I enjoyed it. And I tell you what, they asked if I use it. I do use it. We have it. Great product.
TMI, buddy. TMI.
No on-screen demos.
You can use, there's a lot of products.
There's a lot of things you can use. I told you that before.
Everyone wanted the
shampoo
demo.
And conditioner, ear trimmer, no trimmer.
See, look, Timothy said that might have been the best one yet.
Thanks, Timothy. That means a lot coming from you.
Coming from me.
It does. Timothy's here. Timothy, by the way,
every day.
I don't know. We talked about this. It's Sunday afternoon.
Props to Tim.
Rumor has it there's football on TV today.
Yep.
Like, what the hell what are they doing playing a 1:00 in the afternoon game up against NFL football? Is the scheduler asleep at the wheel? Like, well, let's put it on in the middle of the football game.
And how do you do it to the Coyotes after they played back-to-backs
yes.
on Thursday and Friday?
Back to
3 games in 3 3/4 days.
Even the Carolina, that building was half full. It's a football state. Like, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Sorry. Sorry getting
We're just really stuck on the whole schedule.
Chris is talking about. Craig can't see that far.
No, I can't. Read it to me.
I'm not. It's
No?
Manscaped stuff. We're not going to. We'll just let it go.
You can't
Okay.
read the
It's
people
really
were laughing
hot
that
in
you
here.
put the
It is really hot in here.
Wearing it as a hat.
Incredibly
no,
hot.
that you had to
What
put it
happened on
over
the
your
post game
face.
interviews? All the internet problems. We didn't get the post game.
Yeah, well, I didn't. I was
Because
supposed to
of
be on
post-game.
the post-game interview, and then I got
Internet.
cut off. So
And it is hard. We'll say that not to make any excuses, but I'll make excuses. It's Saturday afternoon. Like people
It's
aren't.
Sunday afternoon.
Is it Sunday?
yeah, Sunday.
Okay, well
You
Sunday
just
afternoon.
said we're going up against football.
So there's just not a lot of people here to help with the internet in the entire building. Like there aren't a lot of people here working in Uptown Phoenix right now. So we're kind of limited. This
I got
is,
a good parking spot
This
today.
is
though.
your tech staff right
Yeah.
here. So
right.
we are in
Well,
trouble.
props to three of you for solving it because
you did.
I just
I
sat here
just
on my
sat
You
here.
chair.
literally did nothing.
Yeah, I
That is fair.
literally did nothing, which is exactly what Leah brought in for food today as well.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Just bringing that back.
Aaron, what'd you bring?
Exactly.
Okay.
Aaron brought.
We're lucky she made it here.
Yeah, we are lucky. We're very lucky.
Wow. These Halloween parties.
I brought a positive
You
attitude
did.
Okay.
and
Serious?
an optimistic mindset.
Okay.
I love that. I love that. Somebody in the chat said, "Is this team relocating?" No.
They answered their own question.
No, I said no.
Thank you for answering that.
Someone said yeah to Tempe. That's a good answer.
When we're gonna hear about that after the first of the year? I'm not asking.
Yeah. Don't ask me if the team's leaving the state. Okay, please don't ask me that.
Can we bring up another
'Cause
bright spot in the
Well, I
organization?
just want to address that for a moment. Okay, we've talked about this before. The long game here for Alex Morello was sports betting. He's one of precious few license holders now. There's a lot of money to be made off sports betting in Arizona. And in order to keep that license, you got to be a professional sports owner.
Yeah.
The Coyotes aren't going anywhere. I know they've got some issues to solve in terms of where they're going to play for the next few years, but I think they'll find a solution. I don't think that they're going anywhere.
Yeah.
Always follow the money.
You're right, and they're gonna find a place to play. I continually and keep saying it's gonna be in Glendale. I don't know how or why. I have no inside scoops. Craig talks to people. I don't. I just have a feeling it's the best option for
It's
everybody.
going to be a tough deal to strike. I'll say that. It's going to be a tough deal to strike. They don't have a good relationship with Glendale. They don't have a good relationship with the mayor in particular.
Yeah.
So
maybe you're right.
we'll see. We'll
Yep.
see how that goes.
We have
If
time.
they do play there, they're going to have to pay for it.
At a premium.
Otherwise, they're going to have to consider other options. Well, I mean, they're going to have to consider playing at Veterans or Chase because playing at the smaller venues and bouncing around, and quite frankly, that's idiotic. And there's no way the NHL is going to sign off on it. You can't go play in a 5,000 seat stadium. This is the NHL. You can't do that.
Not to change the subject. Somebody asked what I was wearing. This is beer.
Yeah.
It's a beer hat.
Beer hat.
I am beer.
You are beer. What kind of beer?
I am.
She
If
is
I want to
beer.
make it scary, it's an IPA. Correct.
Yeah, that's scary for
yeah.
me.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, Petey before.
I prefer to think of you as a Hefeweizen. So
Okay,
Is that
whatever
friendlier-
whatever you need,
friendlier
you
vibe.
need to do.
Okay.
Petey had started to mention before, but let's talk about bright spot in the organization, and that is the Tucson
Hudson
Roadrunners.
Fashing down in Tucson.
Oh,
Yeah,
Hudson Fashing with 5 points last night. 5 points, a hat trick and 2
the
assists.
Roadrunners.
Good on him. Like he had a little cup of coffee last year with the Coyotes. I've always, and the coaches in the room will tell you this too. Even Phil Housley, who had Hudson Fashing, I would be a guy. I had a vote in the room. It just didn't count. So I'd always say, I always pushed the Hudson Fashing call-ups all the time, but no one.
A vote that doesn't count.
Yeah, clearly, no one listened and or cared. But I like the way he plays. I think he plays hard. I'd like to see him get another shot and 5 points in a single game after a 6-4 win for them last night. Congratulations to Hudson. He's a good kid that works hard, and that's a team that we've said before. If there's going to be bright spots, they're going to be down there. And congratulations to Tucson because they're playing well.
Good check in on the Roadrunners there.
Yeah.
Good to throw that in
yeah.
the segment.
We're still trying to get a remote down there.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun at the TCC.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I want to
so
go down there
fun.
and I want to eat at El Charo. I keep saying.
Charo.
So
I'll be at Gentle Bands.
Just
I don't know
throwing
what
it
El
out there.
Charo is. I'll be at Gentle Bands.
Frog
Haven't
and
been to El
Firkin.
Charo? Legit, you've never been to El Charo.
No.
You've been to El Charo,
What, did I
right?
lie to you?
Leah, you've been to El Charo. Oh no.
She went to school there for 4
I
years.
was a college student.
Yeah, I
I
got
went to
nothing.
Frog and
I'm gonna need
Firkin
a,
every
gonna
week.
need a moment here.
I did the beer card. By the way, someone said their next shirt should be "I am beer."
I am beer. Yo, can we pull that clip? That's a good one. I am beer. I like that.
I am beer.
Uh,
Oh my god, I cannot. Yeah, we need to go to Tucson just for the food alone.
See,
El Charo
Karen
tamales.
goes.
El
Karen's
Charo,
been
what does
there.
it say?
Tamales.
Exactly.
Karen, no.
The tamale, you can buy frozen tamales and take them home with you. I used to, when I was still covering ASU football, when I go down for the U of A games down there, I would bring a cooler in my trunk, and I would bring tamales back, not only for myself,
Seriously?
but I get requests. And I'd bring back
I
their tamales because
guess.
they have both dinner tamales and they have dessert tamales.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
The more you know.
I'm
It's a
in.
special place.
Oh
I
my
guess.
goodness.
It's an institution in Tucson. Not
well,
that you would know, U of A graduate. Boy,
I'm sorry. I'm
That's
sorry
all right.
to. I'm sorry to offend.
It's all right.
So they get it.
don't bring us food.
They're on the ice
Don't know
tomorrow.
what El Charo is.
No day off, Craig.
You're an IPA.
Philly.
I'm dash
Things are not
3
going
on the
well here
day.
today.
I've started off dash 3. God.
What are you saying, Petey?
No, I was trying to turn it back to the hockey, but
Oh,
just
hockey.
because
That's right. That's why
rumor
we're
has
here.
it's in the name, Coyotes podcast. I thought I'd try to get it there. But.
Okay.
So we'll be back here again Tuesday night. Are you going to be here Tuesday night in studio?
Yeah.
Oh shit! 2 in a row.
Tuesday is going to be a poppin' day at PHNX.
Why? What do we got Tuesday night?
Well, there's a Suns game. The Cardinals have their show. The Diamondbacks have their show. There's a lot going on.
Are we gonna be able to do our
Yeah,
show?
of course. Of course.
Why,
Game in
no
Philly.
night off?
4 o'clock or 4:30? 4 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
4
it's at
o'clock
4.
start, so we'll be
Philly.
6:40, 6:45 showtime.
But this is your reminder to check out everything going on at PHNX because there's, like I just said, there's so much going on. Like I said, I was here at 8 a.m., which is why I didn't bring anything because that was an early start. We have the tailgate show every Sunday at 9 a.m. They just talk football. It's a really, really fun show. Cardinals, Diamondbacks, I mean, like everyone, all the college beats. There's a lot of great content at PHNX, both in shows and behind the paywall. So make sure you become a member to get access. Craig, anything you can tease this week?
In fact, I've got a story appearing a little later today.
Okay.
Should I give him the title of it? Is it too much?
No, I think throw it out there.
Okay, throw it out there.
Okay.
It's the Coyotes fan guide to responsible tank rooting. It's coming soon
Wow.
at PHNX Sports.
Wow.
And you can read that if you become a member at gophnx.com. And if you're unsure, you can get your first month for just 50 cents, or you can do the annual membership and get a shirt with that. Our shirts are awesome. Somebody tweeted at us today in Canada with their shirt.
Yep.
So
Fantastic.
we're international. Europe, Canada,
Yeah.
all
True story.
around.
Worldwide.
Yep. We had one at the Capitals game the other day. So
Yeah,
look
you
at
met
Met
one
him on
of
the
our
concourse, yeah.
PHNX
yeah.
listeners at the
I
concourse.
haven't seen the photo of it yet. I'm a little worried.
he put it in the Discord, I thought.
Put his photo, the photo of us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I
You had
didn't
a
see
mask
that
on,
one.
Craig.
I
You
saw
look
the one he
fine.
put in
Yeah, you guys,
Twitter.
You guys were wearing masks.
You're wearing a mask. You're fine. That's as good as you can look.
Not the
Right.
mask. Yeah, that mask.
Not that
You were
mask.
wearing that.
The
at
other one.
game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The other one.
Because at Capital One Arena, everybody has to wear masks.
Oh, yeah, because in DC.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know. Leah and I never get to leave here. So how would we know?
We actually live here.
We live here now. We just moved in.
That's why I didn't bring anything because I was out of groceries.
No, so we had Craig 3 times. We get him tonight, Tuesday, Friday. Yeah, so we'll have
Yep.
Craig in studio 3 times.
Wow.
The fun continues.
Before they're back home Saturday against
Craig bringing the
Seattle
fun.
Kraken.
I'll bring
4 live shows this week, though.
yeah
know.
4 live
It's a
shows. So
record.
we'll have
Should get
just
paid- should get paid by the hour.
we'll have just one audio episode for you this week on
Wednesday.
Was it Wednesday?
Yep.
So stay tuned for that as well. I mean, anything else we want to talk about? It's just another Coyotes loss.
I just, I keep saying this, but you hope for the players that they get a win soon. It's just, it's really hard on that room to have to go through something like this. And regardless of, the organization's goals, players and coaches don't tank.
No.
They play to win. They're programmed to win. It's in their DNA. So when you're going through a stretch that's this long, it's really tough on those guys. I feel for them.
Yeah, I agree. And we come in here and we talk about trying to find the positives of the games, and it is getting more difficult for us to do that. So I can't imagine when your livelihood depends on it and you wake up and you're in it, how hard this must be. I do. I feel for the guys. I know there are guys that are putting their themselves on the line continually for 60 minutes. Let's just hope it turns for them one of these games.
For sure. I have a feeling 4 games including today. So 3 more games
Coming
this
this week?
I think it's coming this week.
Wow, bold strategy, Cotton.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think it is too.
Aaron?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
Also, I would just want to say thank you for being patient with us when it came to
Yes.
our technical difficulties. We appreciate you guys, and we
Yes.
appreciate you guys still logging on to join us.
Thank you so much for sure. Well, we will be back Tuesday night post game. I will bring snacks. I'll bring
Something.
I'll contribute.
A lot of pressure. Okay.
Someone said they've never. Oh, they're talking about hot dogs now.
Hot dogs. We could have hot dogs.
Sonoran hot dogs.
As long as it doesn't have ketchup. We all know this.
I know.
There are plenty of things that are acceptable on a hot dog.
Maybe
Yeah.
I'll.
You got a spot nearby?
Yeah.
Ooh.
We could do hot dogs
Maybe.
that night.
Maybe. Hey,
Or we could do Philly
I've been catching a lot of
cheesesteaks.
grief for bringing nothing. Aaron also brought nothing, so maybe on Tuesday she can bring dinner.
Aaron's producing the show.
Yeah.
Oh,
We got to
you know.
get home.
Craig,
We got
when
Halloween to
when the
prep for.
Wi-Fi was out, who was on the phone while you were sitting on
And-
the couch?
But yeah,
I'm on the
I
floor.
was here lending moral support.
Oh my
I do think
I
God.
was sending
fixed
good vibes your
Yeah,
way.
I was on
you
the
were
floor
cleaning
pulling
up the
cords.
Wi-Fi
You
mess.
were all over
I'm the one
Petey.
that I'm pretty sure rebooting the, but that's what we do here. Anyway,
Oh my
I think
goodness.
I ate 2 more of the munchkins while you guys were working too.
wrap it up, Leah.
My count's up to
Okay,
like
all
23.
right, all right. We'll
Oh, we
wrap-
didn't even get it to our favorite Halloween candy. Can we do that and a movie?
Sure.
Yeah.
Can I
Why
do that?
not?
I'm gonna go Three Musketeers and the original Halloween
The original Halloween is
because
the
it was the
scariest
first
movie?
of the slasher movies. It became all of them. Friday the 13th, Freddy. All of those came after. The first was Halloween.
Okay, does it have to be a slasher movie?
It does
have to be-
not at all.
mean,
Of course not. It could be Charlie's Great Pumpkin. Charlie Brown's Great Pumpkin. I don't care.
That is a classic, by the way.
Classic.
Yeah, I'll be watching that.
Okay.
Although you got to
Linus waited for the Great Pumpkin.
You got to question Linus a little bit,
I know.
right? I mean,
A little
how
bit.
gullible are you, buddy?
I know.
Really?
The Great
A pumpkin
Pumpkin?
is going to rise from the pumpkin patch? That's a little much.
You got to believe, Craig. Have hope.
So, yeah, I mean, I'll stick in the slashers, that kind of vein, because I don't want to go too far afield. Like one of my favorite scary movies ever is Aliens, the second. That's a terrific movie. But if we're talking slashers, Scream was a really good movie.
Scream.
They broke all the molds
Watched
too. I
it
love how
yesterday.
they went against
Fantastic.
formulas, even mocked the formulas. That's a terrific movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Drew Barrymore, one of the main
Yeah.
characters in the movie,
saw Drew
dies 15
in the
minutes
first scene, right? Who saw that
Unbelievable.
coming? Right. Just
Great
kill
movie.
off
Not
the main
me, because
star.
I haven't seen the movie. Wow.
Well, we
Spoiler.
ruined the first scene. You should still watch it though, because it's great.
Spoiler.
As far as
Spoiler.
best Halloween candy,
I ruined a 20-year-old movie for you. Sorry.
best Halloween candy are the individually wrapped mini Reese's peanut butter cups. But for
Fantastic choice.
kids, again, if you want to make kids happy at the
Nuts-
door,
here's the
no nuts.
PSA.
don't pass out like an apple. Like, why? Who passes out apples?
My
passes
dentist gave
out fruit?
toothbrushes. Is that a thing?
No,
No.
unless you hate children.
Popcorn balls?
You don't do that sort of thing. Give them Skittles. The
Skittles,
Skittles
really?
will go like crazy.
Really?
I'm telling you, kids love Skittles.
Too late. I'm stocked up. It's done.
So
No
you failed your neighborhood.
Yep.
All right.
We've also heard how you do
HK.
your
HK.
Halloween.
HK.
Pete-
I don't care.
Pete, they basically have like PPE between themselves and the kids at Petey's house.
But,
They don't interact with the children.
Nothing
They
to
won't
do
even
with
talk
COVID,
to them.
Craig. We just don't. I don't want to. Cute costume. Who cares? Like, honest to God, you're dressed up as a cowboy. Great. Like, don't care.
This just
Take the candy.
kids.
Take the candy. I got the World Series and the Vikings. On.
Oh, that's
Seriously?
No, all this time I thought you were thinking of the kids. All they want's the candy, Craig. They don't want to talk to me. But you're not even thinking along
Nope.
those
I
lines.
will
You
have
want to
2
watch the game.
TVs. I will have 2 TVs in my driveway.
Pete
I
hates-
guarantee it.
Oh
I'll have 2 TVs. I'll have the Vikings game on. And I'll have the World Series on. And I will tell kids, don't take too many. And that's it. That's Halloween for me.
My wife will be staying home, handing out candy to all the kids at the door, complimenting their costumes. And they have to come through our courtyard, which she's decorated with like webs and spiders. It's crazy how much she's done for the kids. And I'll be taking my teenage daughters to a haunted house that's like $60 a ticket.
I will say this. We do have a neighborhood Halloween decorating contest.
Yeah.
Like, who wins that,
Do you?
buddy?
Okay. So you do
But-
put effort
Well,
in
no,
there.
I just brought the duct tape and the wire. My wife did everything.
Okay, there he goes.
Oh.
Now, we still need to hear
it's
Leah's.
it's the lawn.
We still need to hear
That landscaping
Leah's
now.
favorite scary movie and Halloween
yes.
candy.
Okay, so my favorite candy is Kit Kat.
Okay, it's a solid choice.
Yep. The left or the right one.
Okay,
Lost
so
Twix.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate right now.
Oh,
I'm
no.
like not a huge movie person.
Okay.
I haven't seen a lot of movies. I don't have one because
How about a TV series? Something anything scary? You got like the Simpsons Halloween episode?
like I guess my favorite like thriller movie would be Us.
Great. That's a great movie.
But I just don't think about Halloween when I think about that movie.
No.
But
But it's a great movie.
But that
though.
is like, if we're gonna go the scary movie route, that would be my favorite. But I am trying to get into that life because
okay.
I am, like I said, you just spoiled a 20.
There's plenty of time for
20-year-old to
Yeah.
scream.
When you get dull like us,
Yeah.
you'll have all kinds of time to watch movies.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right.
good to know. All right,
We did
well,
it.
on that note,
We got through it.
we did. As we mentioned before, make sure that you follow us on Twitter at PHNX_Coyotes. Follow each of us on Twitter at SPetersHockey, at Leah Merrill, which is what Petey has been calling me all
Yeah,
day.
Leah Merrill.
Oh God, at Craig S. Morgan or whoever
Craig
this
after his
man
6
is.
days on the road.
Oh my God.
This mask is hot.
Yeah.
It also stinks.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow PHNX Sports across all social media platforms. Thank you so much again for everyone's patience today. Hopefully we will have not a pack therapy session and a pack celebration one of these days. And JG says, wait, I don't know what we're waiting for, but happy Halloween, everyone. If you go trick-or-treating at Petey's house, just don't expect to be complimented.
Don't come pet the dog.
Oh,
either.
Don't expect
JT wants the
conversation,
Wheel of
apparently.
Fantasy. JT, we're saving the Wheel of Fantasy for
those really tough days,
Yes.
JT.
When
really tough days when we really need to escape reality.
Yeah.
Today we were happy with reality. It was close enough.
It was close. It was close. Well, on that note, have a good day, everyone, and happy Halloween.
See you soon.